and then you just know he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's quite cute, isn't he?
Didn't go that route, but yeah, he has this interesting, like, aha, I'm super tired, but you know he's really going to be fine. He's just not a morning person.
Well, for now, he's going to have to be. It's a big round map.
Well, Automatic's still facing out toward Ivy, and that's going to be a very important part of the map as 4 players from Cloud, or excuse me, from SK go that direction. Rush is there to support Auto, but, or Autim, if you want to be correct. We are into the fall, or thereabout. But he's going to need his support because they're already pushing around the corner. Rush goes back out. Good shot. Finds Phelps. Clean headshot. Taco gets Automatic right back, though, and wrapping around the corner. He's found 3. Not only did he get Tarek over top of Rush, he found the low HP as well, and Cold will go immediately on the back of it. Maybe he is a morning person. Maybe I was all making it up.
Yeah, I think he might have been. That was bizarre how well he landed all those headshots. Brilliant. If we can see that from his POV, that would be great. But he seems fired up today, Matt. That was lovely as he comes out of the Ivy there. I'm sure that's what we'll look at right now. Coming out. That was a lovely shot. Then how does he get 2 more from this?
So this is the... Okay, so
jumping headshot.
Yeah, I was going to say, so Tarek was actually inside. I thought he was just behind Rush on my POV, but yeah, either way, impressive.
Yeah, that's cool. A little bit lucky. I guess the Glock at that sort of range is quite reliable with the jumping headshots, but still, it will be SK Gaming running away with that round. After they lost the first frag, he thought Rush had done enough, but they will be force buying here in the second round, Cloud9. CZs and Armor as well. We have got 1 smoke to work with here, and Automatic has deployed that already.
And no armor for Skadoodles, just to note, because he's going to be saving, obviously, for the AWP.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen the 5.7 come out less and less, just to note as well. We've had the Tech 9 nerf and the 5.7. The CZ seems to be the most dominant pistol.
Yeah, again, yeah, which I hated it the first time around. I think it's a little better this time. The first time it came around, it was, yeah, the most overpowered thing in the world.
I guess it's the only pistol that hasn't really been touched recently, apart from the P250. And, yeah, we're seeing it a lot this tournament.
But Henry, the R8...
I think that's still banned, isn't it? Didn't Valve ban it themselves?
I don't know. Maybe. Possibly.
I think they did.
I think not. I think it's just not that viable anymore. Well, good play from Stewie to walk up. Cold had already checked the corner and had no idea that he was going to slip in. So an opening pick. The 2 AKs are still up, but that's just one of the SMGs. UMP. The only Deagle as well, so Stu with the accuracy.
Yeah, lovely shot there with the Desert Eagle. We go towards Ivy once again. It will be the outside split buff. HG Gray's coming in. Rush with a decent angle here. Nice and close behind the box. If he can find 1 kill here, they might have a chance. There it is. That's CZ doing so much work at close range. Automatic chimes in as well. This is all falling apart for SK. 4-on-1 now. And the last shot comes in from Stewie. We can hear them cheering from across the stadium. Lovely work there. Stewie to the upper ramp. Nailing the first shot. Funneling them towards outside. And at that point, the CZs just tucking themselves into corners. Getting 1 frag, making things difficult. And the headset comes off. Maybe he got too hyped up and pulled his... yeah,
it looked like it was just cable because he was looking back down toward the actual towers. So either way, very well done for the Deagle. Stewart starts it off by pushing in to find Cold Zira, and then those 2 great shots. Pause for a second. He may have actually ripped the cable because he looks like he's looking at one particular earpiece. Now, Tarek. No talking. But, yeah, either way, I'm sure they're just asking what happened. But it's yeah. Hopefully he can fix that up.
Well, after losing the pistol, Cloud9 do bounce back in emphatic style there with the Desert Eagle, as we just called out the CZ as well. The Deagle's still very powerful indeed.
Interesting as well, just to note, by the way, because they are in it's not really a studio environment, but a direct player area, which is isolated from us, so they get no information from us. There's obviously no crowd. They can wear whatever headset they want right now, and yet still Stewie and I think it was Tarek are electing to run in-ears with the larger headset over top of them. So there you go. There's an example. You've got Automatic wearing his own headset. I think on the end Rush was as well, but these guys are still wearing what I would call a less comfortable setup, but maybe it's to be consistent for sound.
I don't mind them. I was using them last night. They actually block out all the noise around you. So,
that's fair. Yep.
I guess it's just to help you get in the zone. Like if you wear like a traditional gaming headset, like you can still hear noise around you, right, and stuff going on.
Yeah, they get a lot of leaking.
But
if you will.
Yeah, I guess in an open environment like that, maybe some people want to be isolated. But
were you wearing in-ears under them though?
No.
Yeah, so that's the part I find uncomfortable. I find the actual, I think they're, I don't know which brand they are. There's a few different ones that make that style. But either way, if you wear the in-ears inside them, if you wear a bigger in-ear, it kind of pushes on those, which pushes them into your ear canal. So it's kind of cool to see them still wearing them. I would elect not to run the earbuds underneath if I didn't have to.
Well, yeah, I've got the force buy here from SK Gaming. Opting for Deagles and 1 Tech 9, a rare appearance from that weapon. A couple of smokes to work with here. This will be a default. Try and bait out some utility and a Deagle. Little headshot there must be the Tech 9, I imagine that sort of thing. But Fur goes down first. Tarek will take him down there. Phelps on 52 HP. We've got Skadoodle pushing towards inside it, trying to hump some information. How has Phelps made it towards CT spawn? I have no idea.
Yeah, this is very good positioning. Still on the Tech 9, by the way, just after mentioning the CZ, so he's one of the players still using it, even though it had the nerf. 3 Deagles. But the only kill goes thus far to Cloud9. Automatic's got to be a bit careful because he's on 15, and that's the next entry point there. It is no idea. Stu gets taken down. He was the one to start it and end it with the Deagle last round. It gives the M4 to Phelps. He's got armor, head armor as well, but unfortunately gets found by Skadoodle at range. Head armor. I just finished mentioning that, and at range with a Mac-10, he gets taken down. So good shot from Skadoodle.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Good job. And Tarek finds yet another frag there. coldzera drops, and that should be the round here. Difficult to imagine a world where Taka makes that work. Rush finds him with the UMP, and now just poor old Fallen somehow getting a plant. That's not bad at all. Ooh, just about gets it.
Yeah, but take what you can, because ecoed in the previous round, shut down this time, and they gave away an AK-47 that was obviously carried over as well. Skadoodle, by the way, back to grab the M4. I was going to say automatic, but Skadoodle actually grabbed the M4 back in the inside sight, so they've upgraded all pretty much to rifles except for the 1 UMP, but it's fine because SK, even with the bomb plant, they're in a position where they're going to have to save to get a full gun round in what will now be round 5 by the time we get there.
Not really much SK can do with this round. They will be buying into the next, but towards inside, we normally discuss how the viable option on these full ecos. You try and just trade one frag with the PG-50 and try and overwhelm the, hopefully, one waiting CT on the other side. Take him down. You can see that's where they'll be heading towards. This is a very common strategy. Just getting down the lower round, it's difficult to imagine where a player can get a 5-man spray down. So the idea is he'll get 2 or 3, you take him down, and then you kind of get a cheeky plant in there. That's what we'll be heading towards. We have got Skadoodle backing up inside, though. He'll be Stewie. One flashbang will come over momentarily, and I'll just try and get that plant down. That's the main objective for SK right now.
Stewie will just sit to wait to call the entrance, and Skadoodle will play off of it. B-side's good for these fast hits to try and get bomb plants down when that's the objective. It's a lot closer to the entry point, obviously. Good nade, good timing, spray in. Skadoodle finds 2, brings Stewie back over to the fold. He's able to pick up yet one more. Was out on Taco, bomb never got planted. It's dropped down at default, and Rush swinging in from Z Connector is able to fire down the lane. Close the round, we go 3-1 Cloud9, unsurprisingly, but now it's into the guns, and the question is, does Fallen immediately go onto the AWP? He struggled on train yesterday with it. He could go toward it right now. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, he was on like 3 for 11 at one point, I think, with the AWP. Wasn't looking too hot at all. It was actually coldzera that was finding high impact rounds with the sniper, but could have bought it, but goes for the AK-47 here. Obviously, Skadoodle, he's been getting better and better as the months go on for Cloud9, looking like he's finding some of that old form, and I like this. They're going aggressive towards Ivy here on the CT side. 2 players pushing in. We're boosting up automatic, not fully committing to face towards T-spawn here, but Phelps could walk into an absolute nightmare.
That was a pre-fire top server. She's right in doing. Automatic was there. They'll back off, so he had an inkling of some fashion. Something sensed on the other side of the wall, but nothing there to be found as they back off. Both of them putting 3 players, in fact, toward the hell position. Automatic still watching toward Ivy, but Rush is actually going to have to swing and support Tarek instead, because that's a very cluttered area of the map for counter-terrorists right now for Cloud9. Stewie is very solo, very far back in doing so at the B site.
Yeah, and that's where SK will be finishing up here by the looks of things right now. 3 players in the Brown Halls area, still with some Molotovs map, but no smokes to work with here. They deployed pretty much everything. So they just go straight in, but they go back towards Pop Dog. Tarek gets 1 kill there. He'll get a full back here as well. Fallen with a couple of frags out of nowhere. That's lovely. Wow. And now they have the advantage.
The fact that he got Rush in the lineup through the box. They were both through the box.
Look at the inside bomb side. There's no one
huge.
there.
Well, I was going to suggest that they were going to play the retake on B anyway with Stu so far back, but then just Fallen getting those 2 kills, he's made it even easier to commit to the B site because he pulled Stu back over towards Skadoodle and automatic. So bomb planted. I wouldn't be surprised.
Just save.
Yeah, exactly. If they save. They've got tons of money, but might as well play the long game. You still have a lead to work with.
That was kind of nuts. How did Fallen pull that one off? Maybe the rifle is where he needs to be today. Like we said, the AWP was lacking in terms of impact from him. Normally one of his absolute best maps. He's defined the way the map should be played with the AWP. But if it's not really working out for him the last couple of days, maybe he just goes towards his rifle, where he's having tremendous impact in the first gun round there. Excellent stuff. Towards Pop Dog, found the first and somehow gets the second as well. That was it, round over. Stewie had to rotate towards the connector, assuming that's where the main action was coming. SK walk into an open bomb site, round over. Full save, and that's a good call from Cloud9, very wise and informed. Keep the weapons up. Keep Skadoodle on the AWP, yeah? Let's have a look at this replay. So, yeah, to be fair, one of them did walk into his crosshair, but still, take those while you can.
Yeah, thanks very much. I'll take the gift. Fallen goes back to grab the bomb still. Obviously on the AK, but double op exactly for
It's automatic as well. It's not Stewie.
I wonder if it was spawn dependent because Stewie's more toward inner, where Skadoodle's already had the corner spawn, and automatic goes toward Ivy. Could also be situational to the fact that Stewie does anchor B on his own, and Skadoodle wanted to go that side, so therefore if they wanted another op, they'd have to put it on A.
Makes sense.
Well, let's see what automatic can do with it, because back toward Ivy, he's got smokes deployed on either side. They're walking in from A main. He'll have no vision. He's going to swing, in fact, go all the way around to Old Bomb. Try and spot inside of the site when they go for the plant. Tarek high above spots Taco, but he not only takes down Rush, he swings in 180 and takes down Tarek through the pillar in the middle of the control room as well. Automatic. AWP, now's the time to see it. He still can't find an angle because they plant safe side train and never expose themselves to his rotated position. The one-man advantage for SK to work with. Kits on all three players for Cloud9. Again, mentioned the money they saved last time. They'll want to try and make a play. Have information on Phelps. Good jump, good read. Spots two. In fact, jumping back. He misses the shot on Skadoodle, but double op retake versus three is not likely, so now they'll look to save the AWPs.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. That's going to be an almost impossible situation considering they're low HP as well. Save the double op. Sure, money's dwindling, but you can force up around 2 AWPs for sure. SK will want to hunt this one. We can see one player heading towards inside. That's Fur. If you can get one of these kills, that's great. Only needs to land one bullet really as well. Here he comes, pushing in. Doesn't want to give them the free frag. So they will save the weapons here. Money's still okay, you know. It wasn't as low as I thought it was, considering the two orbs can both drop. Another full buy coming in here. SK gave me those 2 rounds in a row, but weapons being saved each time. Taco. Great form in that round as well. Lovely 180 to find Tarek up in heaven. 3-3 though, we're all tied up. Cold Zero on the orb. Matt, I'm calling it. Seems like Fallen may have lost his confidence.
It's 100% possible.
Yeah. Like after the performance yesterday, maybe it's just has to admit it and say, look, it's not really working out for me right now. Skadoodle aggressive at the upper ramp. Molotoved out. That'll be the cue to fall back. Very common procedure for the terrorist side. Just make sure no orb can be established there and allowing them to have one player on that side of the map with 4 outside.
I would suggest that if he's lost his confidence as quick as one game, it's actually a deeper rooted problem in that maybe in practice this week he was also off with it.
Yeah.
Typically speaking, at a pro level, one game is not enough to deter someone, especially day to day. If you go from yesterday to today, it's a whole new day. But if he's been struggling for, I don't know, say a week or even just a few matches in particular, he just says, no, that's enough for now. So you might be onto something.
Yeah, sometimes you have got to swallow your pride and look at the greater good.
I think Fallen would be the best leader of that pack.
Yeah.
He knows what he needs to do to win. That's all he puts first is the team, so he'll let Cold Zera take over the AWP. At least this round, we'll see if that's an ongoing trend. Tarek's down below in Pop Dog. First, still waiting at A main for anyone to push through. Cold's going to anchor the corner that Taco's evaluating and assessing right now toward B. Very straightforward default from SK at this point.
Boosting Cold Zero up in the brown holes. It's very rare this boost ever finds anything really, but always worth a go. Time ticking away. Presumably they finish towards inside. We can see Phelps alone at the Ivy position. He'll try and show some presence there, maybe pull a rotation off, leave one player inside. It's the final play. He gets taken down through the smoke. Automatic, nice shot. Here's the final commitment from SK.
The 2 ops saved over. Skadoodle has the other one. He's got a kill as well.
What?
Stu misses the shot and first snaps back to take him down, but the problem insists that the bomb is down in Skadoodle's vision, in his grasp on the AWP as Rush takes down Fur. Cold, good response. But it's only one remaining exactly. In 3 seconds, round done. Sit where he is, smokes himself off, doesn't need to peek, doesn't need to move. He'll at least carry the op over, but Cloud9 take the round.
I'm not sure how Stewie got taken down there. What a shot there. Wasn't quite enough to win the round. So you could see what they're trying to do. Setting up towards inside, then sending Phelps by himself towards Ivy. 20 seconds remaining, smokes off the left-hand side, flashes out. He was going to try and get towards backtracks and just pull a rotation over at the same time, but automatic takes him down through the smoke. They had to go inside at that point as well, and that wasn't enough to pull anyone away. Skadoodle ready in the connector. Just took down 2 shots, looked very comfortable. Stewie could have got the third and had the clean sweep, but Fur out of nowhere hits that 180, and it will be 4-3. We do have money though, Matt, and it's going to be a double AWP setup, I can confirm, for SK Gaming. Fallen's back. Same story for Cold Zero as well. It's pretty unorthodox to have the double AWP on the train, but a few top teams have been running it in the past. So 4 AWPs on the server right now. Skadoodle, Automatic, and Fallen and Cold Zero. Should be quite the show as we enter round number 8. Cloud9 with the lead for now. Cold Zero have no nades, but has got the head armor and the sniper rifle. We'll see what they can do with them here. money not exactly established for either side. Cloud9 have won the previous round with decent numbers alive there with the reinvestment of all the nades. $1,000 per player right now.
Matic with his up, still on A. So this is a long-term call, has Rush beside him. Taco already inside of the B site. He's not gonna have much trouble either, because Cold Zero's entered and found Stewart. Down goes Automatic, Fallen finding the frag on the other side of the map. Everything's opening up for SK. 2 kills to the good, nothing to respond, and they've got B with a bomb going down from Fur. Just to mention as well the reaction from Fur on that shot on Stewie last round. Yesterday he struggled on 2 particular flanks against North, so good to see him hitting the shot today.
Yeah, that's right. I remember one with the MP9.
Oh, it was tough to watch.
Everyone in front of him could have won the round, hands down, but that's the problem with that weapon. He does love it, but one of his weaknesses for sure. It's going to be Tarek now with his 2 teammates trying to save the weapons once again. They are playing a very conservative game here, Cloud9. Very good decisions, I have to say. Just looking at the bigger picture, that's why they haven't been broken financially yet. They just keep saving these weapons and realizing when they can't win the round, and there's no reason just to throw the weapons away. That's quite cool to see. It's not often I say that.
I saw a picture on Instagram, a selfie actually, of Stewie holding a diploma from How to Manage Your Economy 101.
Did he enroll? I don't remember seeing him there.
It's fine, he wasn't a memorable student, obviously.
We are going to be making that school this year, I think. When I retire from casting, that's what I'll do.
Not bad.
Professor Henry G.
Dear Lord, save us all.
Well, 3 weapons are saved.
The youth are doomed.
Oh, it's too late for them already. Oh, so we'll tell my game. 2 orbs still up for Cloud9 here. It was Fallen and Cold Zero, a tremendous impact there. Fallen, you'd speculate as to whether he'd be AWPing after yesterday's performance, but does take down 1 player towards Ivy, which is automatic. Now it's Stewie on the secondary AWP. So we know this team is versatile. They have claimed they have got 4 AWPers available to them. Stewie this time takes the AWP towards inner. Skadoodle patrol towards the outside site, looking towards main entrance.
Cold Zero waiting to see if anyone will push up. They've done so once. We've seen it 1 time from Skadoodle, but this time he's over toward A. Top of the green train? I can't remember the color coding. Might be the red train, could be the blue train. It's been a while. It's the red one.
The red one.
Does it bother you, because it bothers me, that one of those trains is not yellow, the green one's not yellow? Because then you just have your primary colors.
Doesn't bother me, no. Never really thought about it.
Bothers me. But Rush is going to sit sandwich. Skadoodle's still holding the same angle. Tarek at Pop Dog has given him the safety of doing so. He doesn't have to worry about his left side. Passive, therefore, toward Ivy. But again, SK is going to slow things down. Double up set up on T side with a slow play early. No picks found means fast execution. Puts emphasis on the rifles. The rifles going down. Tarek able to find them as they both drop into the ladder room and turns around to support Rush in taking out Phelps. Oh, in the last alive 1 versus 4. Goes high in the train and desperate to find a kill. He cannot do so. Tarek, great round. 4 kills overall, and 2 of them very important as it was the rifles looking for the entry.
Yeah, lovely work by Tarek there. Seems to be finding great form with the M4A4. Holding strong towards main entrance, just spraying them all down with the basic execution coming in there. Looking towards Pop Dog primarily, pushing out the smoke. There's no one aware of his position. Lovely stuff. Headshots all round. Forced by now for SK Gaming. 3 AK-47s. Phelps with the UMP, falling just on the P250. He had to drop a weapon, I believe. He's got himself down to $500. Got the Molotov to work with here. Comes the initial approach. We have got Cold Zero out in the open with the AK towards the off position. He doesn't seem to be aware he's there, but there's always a possibility. Need him to really open things up here, but wants to play. Spots 1, does some damage, has to fall back at this point.
Do exactly that. The Fallen goes from an op, has fallen considerably, to just the P250. Still in this with a shout, though.
Just to note as well, Stewie on the AWP holding towards inside now. He's by himself, more than happy to patrol that area, aim for 1 kill, call for the rotations, allow 4 players to be outside. Lauren Phelps towards Ivy. That's what Automatic's waiting. This time back on the M4.
Tim looking for the only gap in the smoke he can find. It's not often the T's boost on the inside of server. SMG getting closer, and he's going to get closer to it, making noise. They can swing, take him down. Good trade, Phelps. Goes immediately back to grab the AK as well. Upgrades the weapon. Now keep all the AKs alive, but they've lost a pistol. I take it back. They've also lost Cold Zero. Rush has found him as he finds Phelps, Tarek, and Rush. The new additions seem to be working well in the outside yard because they've shut down SK yet again. And the money gone for SK when it could have easily been broken for Cloud9 2 rounds ago. It's now actually starting to build back up.
Yeah, solid game plan here from Cloud9. Saving the weapons when required. This outside bomb site seems on complete lockdown as well. The new boys, like you said, Rush and Tarek doing a tremendous job there. Rush with the AK-47, very calm, very disciplined. Got the shots he required, didn't overextend himself. And now full EK for SK Gaming, PT50s. And Cloud9, this hasn't even been a reckless game for them. Not too much aggression, just finding the picks they require. Staying together, making sure those crossfires are set up, and that double orb seems to be working out really nicely for them. Skadoodle back again watching main entrance, and Rush with another headshot there with the AK-47 takes down Phelps. That's the advantage they require. They've ascertained that it's going to be an eco. Now they can just hold up and wait for the final commitment from SK.
Fallen and Taco then with bomb over toward B have Stewie and Tarek defined in the site. Stewie now has the AWP, so again, I think this was based on call of where Skadoodle wanted to play. They'll swing it between Automatic and Stu, and Stu's found the first shot on Fallen.
Yeah, a bit desperate now with the Glocks. Just going to walk inside, hope they can get a plant here, but Tarek, ready and waiting, doesn't seem to be missing much today. Final shot from Stewie, 7-4. This is looking very promising from the boys in Cloud9. The new look lineup as well. If you're not aware, it was Shroud and Nothing that were removed, and household names Tarek and Rush brought in. And seems to be
names on both sides, really.
Yeah, right. And it seems to be looking pretty solid right now against SK, who are definitely considered one of the absolute best train teams. Looking very solid right now, and SK don't seem to have much of a response. They won the pistol as well, remember? Only 3 gun rounds since then.
Cold Zero very, very fast towards Sandwich. Smoke actually lands after he gets there. This could be huge. He's already toward Hell with Automatic and Skadoodle pushing at Ivy. He needs to be a little bit cautious of the fact that Skadoodle does have an AWP. And which way does he look first? Because I think the desire would be to wrap right and cover off the site, considering he got in and not spot anyone toward Ivy. But if he turns his back, Skadoodle finds him. Better from Fur to shut down Skadoodle. Still Cold sits undetected. And he doesn't need to move now because they're in the site. He can just hold station. Automatic wants to flank out from A main, however. And he's going to work because Phelps goes down. Cold needs to swing. Luckily from Fur, Automatic overcommits early before Stu gets toward the site. And he's just got 4 remaining, by the way. Stu 4 HP. So Cold, even though he had that position, didn't even have to do anything with it.
Ooh, that shot, I thought it was going to hit for days, but Fur gets the better of Stewie to finish things off. A little bit unlucky there for Cloud9, they went for a more aggressive stance towards the Ivy there, pushing Skadoodle down towards the very end of it, at the mouth of the Ivy position, trying to find the first headshot, meaning he wasn't actually part of the exchange when SK went very quickly out of main entrance there, allowing Fur to have this sort of control at the very start. When Skadoodle comes back into the fray, it's too late. Everyone swarmed to the bomb site, and Fur hitting absolutely every shot. Nice round there from SK. It'll be Taco down to just a deagle here. And he's certainly not established yet for the Brazilian side. Falling on the AWP once more as he heads towards main. Back on the double AWP setup though will be Stewie holding towards the inner bomb site. At A round, but Tarek once again looking so good with this M4.
Double a kill again, and Rush is involved in one and takes one of his own. So both of them continue to wreak havoc in that site.
That's so nice and automatic.
Yep, second time he's been there. This time it's going to be even more effective. Last time they couldn't win the round with it because he was late. This time he's right on time. Down goes Fallen. Fur will be aware, but can't do anything about it because he's being faced by everyone all around. Cloud9, not only did they build back up their economy, they've built back up their lead. They go 8-5.
Tarek's on 15 kills and 4 deaths right now. He's having an absolute blinder. Seems like SK Gaming are using that fast main execute with Pop Dog as well. It's a bit of a crutch here right now. They thought, okay, worked previous round, let's keep using that one. But Tarek's loving that. They're running through their own smokes as well. It seems a bit of a mess. And SK being fully reset at that point as well. It will be 2k per player. Full eco. Phelps with the Tech 9. Further Deagle. The rest of SK on just Glocks here. SK not looking like their usual selves here. I haven't really seen too much in terms of the tactical game. Really with the fragging either. Fallen once again, 3 kills, 9 deaths in that. And 2 of those kills were from 1 round, if you remember. Hasn't really been doing much at all. Cold Zero as well, 3 for 8. Some of these big names struggling once more.
Peculiar thoughts of SK. Remember last year at Malmö, things didn't go well for them there either. Tai Lu was able to upset them early.
That's right, this tournament isn't too forgiving for them, is it?
No, it's not. This could be another situation where they go out and group Stu, able to take down Cold. Changes his angle to top tanker, goes back up, but Tarek's beating him to the punch. He still has a chance for more. Takes down Taco and Fur. They just line up. Yeah, it's been not the greatest, I guess, venue for them, if you want to look at it that way.
Final round now. Cloud9 looking for double digits. Money hardly in a strong position here for SK. They get 2 Galils, 3 AKs, certainly no AWPs. A little bit of utility to work with, but it's not ideal. Falling without head armor as well. Top bragging for SK is Fur. 8 kills, 9 deaths. Just to read the result, they did win the pistol. Cloud9, I have to say, very impressed so far. Everyone contributing and solid game plan. Good variation, nothing too overzealous. Orchestrating all their shots. Stewie looking like he's in good form. Tarek in phenomenal form with the M4. Final round here. They get 10-5. That'll be a very decent half after losing the pistol.
Down. Good shots from Taco. Tarek was waiting, expecting the flash, looking half the wall because he'd heard that drop in toward Pop Dog. Good gap from Skadoodle. That's bomb as well as he takes down Fur. He's got the angle still to hold, but he's thought better of it and gone to the pistol because he knows they're up close. He knows they're wrapping around onto him. Nothing he can do. No avail. Fallen will take him down. It leaves both players on low HP. 33 for Fallen, 16 for Cold. Combined, it's less than Stewart, who's got a kit, got head armor, AWP, and all the health to work with. And the question is, does he stick with the AWP? Bomb has not yet been recovered and won't be. Doesn't need to be. Fallen holds the angle instead. 9-6 at half, going into a CT side that, to be frank, SK struggled on yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought the T half was actually better from them yesterday, but we'll see what happens today. A little bit disappointed, I have to say. We did know it was going to be a bit of a slow burner for them, considering it's the first game of the day. Taco, though, on that pistol round, 3 kills. But okay, well, they're coming out the gate swinging today. But ever since then, the gun rounds have been a little bit difficult for them. Like we said, some of the big names like Cold Zero, 4 kills, 9 deaths. Difficult to see a world where they really get back into this game, but still very early days. And we'll switch over. To be fair, 6 rounds on the T side, still absolutely fine. Win the pistol on the CT half, and you're right back into it. But Cloud9 just looked like a really solid unit right now.
Very solid indeed, especially in the outer yard. Interesting setup as well, because it's not like they ever went hyper aggressive. Okay, they got Tarek to Pop Dog, that's fairly common. The one round, to be fair, that they did push Ivy was unfortunately just due to fate.
Yeah.
Not even fate, bad luck, whatever you want to call it. The one round which SK went aggressive towards A main, but otherwise they were very passive. They worked as a unit. They always had someone to support or set up a crossfire immediately, whether it was Rush on Tarek or Rush, to be fair, swinging in both ways towards automatic at Ivy. It worked out very well for them.
There's the buy. PT-50 for Tarek and a smoke and a flashbang as well. Molotov for Skadoodle suggests they go towards inside. The setup certainly looks that way as well, but Taco once again, he says no in the pistol. Takes down a swift headshot. And that's Stewie 2K going down and a 5-on-4 inflicted towards Cloud9. Still with their smokes and basic utility here, and they will still commit. Molotov deployed very early on. Headshot comes through, automatic, gets the refrag. Now it's equal once again.
Shot back from Skadoodle. Phelps has already gone around from connector, but Rush pushing so far forward is going to make things very, very difficult for SK. Kit for Fallen. He's got his teammate in Cold directly next to him. He kills immediately. Cold will get at least one of those said kills. Remember, they did win first pistol on the SK side, still only amounted to 6 rounds after getting eco'd. Certainly they need this one as well. Fallen, good shot on automatic, leaving Tarek and Skadoodle, but time ticking. Fallen, only 6 HP now as well with the kit, so if he wants to go on the smoke and get on it, it's going to be very easy to spray him down. Tarek's even gone to the knife. He's gone to the smoke. The stray knife might actually work because Fallen's low enough. He just needs to hit him once. He's back on it. Does he have the time? I'm not sure. Fallen just barely gets found, and Tarek says, I'll just go after you as well. Why not? Give me all the money.
Oh my god, it wasn't pretty towards the end, but Cloud9 pull it off. Tarek there, desperately swinging the knife around. Like he said, Fallen on an 8 HP, 1 slash would have done it. I think there's about 2 seconds left when he hit him in the end. Very chaotic with that smoke deployed as well. Look at them just dancing around each other as well. The defuse comes in, Tarek was trying to find him.
Oh,
just about gets it.
He was about 3 seconds into it. I think he would have had it if he didn't find him on that swing.
Yeah, well there it is. Cloud9 lose the first pick, but swarm the bomb site. We'll have the advantage. We're going to run number 2 here. Force 5 calls from SK, following on the scout, but that might not matter. But there it is, the headshot comes through. Rush did find that first frag, but Tarek now, he's fighting back.
Fighting back indeed. Good shot from Fur, though, expecting him to transition from the E-box to his left and launch sandwich. he'll be able to do to deny the plant at B site. He pulls this off with a deagle. I won't say I'll eat. I prefer both. We've done that before, and we both had to eat them, so I will be impressed.
We'll see what he can do here. Gold Zera. Time ticking away. Won't be winning the round for sure. I think we might have a technical pause going to the next round. I can see Taka had a PC issue. Gold Zera hoping to get us one frag here, but denied by Scoodoodle. Clean round by Cloud9, generally speaking, and it will be two of them surviving, negating the force buy from SK. And here we go, the technical pause comes through. As I said, it looked like Taka was having FPS issue, I believe, so there was discussion of him replacing his PC. That could take a while.
Could take a while. Talking to the admin about it.
Yeah, this is the first map of our best of 3 today. And it is a playoff game, but the loser does go home. North taking down SK yesterday in a surprise shocker 2-1.
That's not a positive and confident, inspiring looking Fallen that we normally see. Sitting there with a rather introverted look on his face. This would be the second time in 2 days SK would drop train.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? They went on that huge win streak on this map.
17-1?
Yeah. They looked
17, I think it was 17-0, and then they lost one.
But they just seem to have lost their mojo there somewhat. They didn't seem to have that flair on this map. It seems like they're clutching at straws and constantly chasing economy. CD side yet to start, but losing the pistol once again. It doesn't bode well getting deeper into this one. And Cloud9, generally speaking, looks actually very, very good so far. Everyone's turning up and fragging hard. Look at the scoreboard while I'm here. Tarek, 18 kills. Same story for Rush as well. Both of them, the new boys, going at it. Phelps, 5 kills, 17 deaths. That's not too good for them. A little bit rough. See, no one really looks fired up at all for the SK side. They're the ones with the PC issues as well. Just insult to injury at this point. Just when you want to get this eco out of the way, you've got to sit there and stew over it. But hopefully this will be resolved momentarily. I think Rush said that was a chance for him to go use the toilet as well.
Oh, jealous. Jealous. Time for Skadoodle to stand up. Need some heat warmers. Now, Will says there's a lot of conversation going on the Cloud9 side.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Everyone seems quite happy there. But
Hey,
Matt,
speaking of happy people,
yeah, we've got you.
are you not happy?
Not today.
I think you're like eternally dark.
Yeah, well, while we dwell over that.
This is the first time you've ever worn a shirt. Ooh, cover those up. First time you've ever worn a shirt that matches this one.
Yeah, we've tried our best today, haven't we?
Normally I wear this one. I just look ridiculous.
I like that color.
Thank you. Appreciate
Well,
it. My
Matt,
mom does too.
We're going to go to
She
a quick
picked
break
it.
while
Are
we
we?
sort this one out. Yeah.
Oh, that's maybe I can use the bathroom now.
No, you can't. You have to stay here. Goodbye. We'll be back in a minute.
Season 7 was completely different because it was like, I was pretty much just full part of everything. The production, everybody, got to know people more. It was awesome. It was great seeing that, but not only just with like the love and getting to know people more and experiencing Sweden and all that, you get to watch some good Dota games, and the games progress over the seasons. They just get better and better, so I'm expecting Season 8 to be the same thing. It should be pretty awesome, and just more of the good stuff.
Like a goal! Gets the 5-man black hole! They're all dead! Vega, T1, oh my god!
I think Season 8, we're expecting bigger teams, bigger memes.
Move that way. That way.
Oh, is that Slacks? Ooh. Slacks. Got some work to do. Friday's coming, and I'll be seeing you.
I think we've kind of proven ourselves over the seasons that we're a tournament that, you know, the teams are getting more and more interested in, because it's such a fantastic ground to really test out strats, build yourself up before the big events, and now Dream League very much being one of those big events. And Season 8, it's going to be even bigger than Season 7. I can absolutely guarantee it's going to be something to look out for.
GA comes out in time. Can they keep us all alive? They can't. He's down once again for a full minute. Liquid finding 2 more. GG is called. Liquid are your Dream League Season 7 champions.
So from the bottom of our hearts here at Dream League, thank you all, because we will return yet again. We're still alive, and we'll be back again. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Dream League Season 8. Have a fantastic Dota-filled night. Good night.
We're back. Yes, we are. Indeed. It is 11-6. I had to look. I'm not going to lie. Didn't remember that.
It's okay.
Cheated a little bit.
That's all right. We're going to get back into it shortly. The PCs have been replaced. Everyone's happy again. The PC, that's right. Yeah. It was just Taco's PC having some issues, I believe. So we'll get back into it. It looks like the actual unpause comes through. So that's actually much quicker than I thought. There we go. It is 11-6. You're right. It's a full eco for SK Gaming. They will have nothing to work with here, Matt. They win this round. I think you should eat your proverbial hat. This is the one.
I don't need... What hat do I eat? Like,
it's a proverbial, doesn't exist.
No, but what like, is it like a bowler hat?
Yeah, it's like
is
a bowler
fedora?
hat. Yeah. Well, actually, you look good in a fedora.
No, please no.
You,
with a popped collar,
yeah.
Just a white shirt and a gold chain.
I actually think that's quite a good look for you.
Driving around in a Cadillac.
Yeah, let's make that happen.
Popping bottles of cheap champagne.
Well, that's what we'll go for if they do win this round.
Nade damage onto Fallen is significant. He's down to 21 as Stu starts to walk in with the Mac-10. In fact, all the way in. And they'll find Fallen, figure out exactly where he'd gone and finish him off. He'll do the same with Taco. And as I speak of Stewart's actions, we see some others appear in the top right. So all things considered, we're down to just cold 0 remaining on the SK side. Who's gonna just climb up and down a ladder. He's working on his fitness.
Yeah, well, Tarek, he's sick of that. Takes him down, sends him for an early shower, and it will be the first gun round here. They forced ball in the second round, if you remember, but they didn't go all in, so they can afford a couple of AWPs here as well. So will be Fallen and Taco. They'd like to mix things up map to map, and who the secondary AWP will be. And Train, it does seem to be Taco time and time again. Fallen though with no armor. Taco without the head armor, not a big deal against the AKs, of course. Limited SMG utility. Phelps with no nades whatsoever. Same story for Fur as well. Very difficult round to defend a full execution here. Cloud9 win this one. Game pretty much over. See if they can hold true to form. They've been very good so far. Getting a 3-0 in the pistol. Perfect round to drop a full execution here. Just when you know the CTs are clutching at straws.
Clutching at all the straws. I just had a really big urge to play Natural Selection 2.
I like the original one more.
Yeah, that's what Anders said, but I never played it, so...
It's less complicated. They put that commander thing in the new one. It's a bit much.
I get what they were trying to do, like blend over like the RTS versus FPS scene. Fantastic concept. It just didn't really work out for them, did it?
No.
It was fun though, putting spores everywhere. Well, speaking of spores, they're spread out across the map like spores on the Cloud9 side as they get ready to head to the inner bomb site. Brilliant segue. Fur waits below. If they walk down the lower ramp, he's ready with the M4 for close quarters combat, and Taco sits above. Taco now on the AWP. Fallen, by the way, onto it on the CT side, so back to standard formation. Found from Tarek. I thought Fur would get the jump on him because he knew for sure that he was transitioning over to the bomb side, but it's Taco that responds. Bomb still is recovered and immediately planted by Skadoodle, or is that, excuse me, automatic in the smoke. It's like gap, but Taco can't find anyone inside of it immediately. He's going to back off for the moment. Skadoodle, meanwhile, is watching toward Pop Dog. Fallen's chances of trying to flank are going to be limited.
Yeah, they've got no kits here as well, Matthew. Do they go for this one? I think this will be their final attempt. It's a double orb retake as well, but they're finding shots. Here we go, Phelps and Taco getting it done. 4-on-2 now, Skadoodle and Stewie to hold.
Big miss from Fallen. Nearly get the fast flick. And Stewie over top of the train's able to find Taco, but Cole pulls it back. He's going to have to do better, though, because he's gone down. Skadoodle finds him. He was standing in the open, and Phelps gets aggressive.
Can't win.
Hits the shot, but you called it. No kits. He cannot win. It goes 13-6. Phelps will at least carry over an AWP for his team, but that's a small consolation.
That's the problem, that double orb setup, especially you don't have kits as well. As soon as that bomb goes down, they got lost the first player then. Taco, he was weak on inside yesterday as well. He plays that upper ramp position time and time again. It's good for about one frag. That's about it. You get the one kill, you're waiting for the rotation to come through. I think he has to be more aggressive there, especially when they have no kits, no nades to work with. He had to work a little bit harder for those frags. He got one, then smoked out of position. And 13-6, I said that round could be the end of it. Could be the unraveling of SK. They won't force around this one. They'll try and do what they can with the AWP, but it's Stewie to find Taco once again. He pushed towards the inside area. Taco now going down means inside is open, but Phelps doing a good job with that MP9. And Stewie a Pop Dog, so something to work with here, even more so as Fallen finds Rush as well. Lovely shots from Automatic though, keeping things equal, goes down to 18 HP.
18 HP. Tender age of 18. 3-on-3 though. Bomb still sits inside of the brown halls. Tarek's gonna go back to grab it now. It may not matter how much time he needs to grab it or not, because Skadoodle's already found Fur. That's gonna open up space, but Fallen, the one gap he needed, pins him straight to the wall.
Oof, Fallen misses out on the shot narrowly there. Will be the bomb planted for Skadoodle, and Automatic finds one, comes down to the duel. Automatic now knows exactly where Fallen is. No kit once again. Who comes out on top of this one? Very low HP for Automatic, and the Molotov lands on the bomb. The smoke extinguishes it. Automatic might take the bait here as well, but time's ticking away. One bullet will do it.
Ooh.
Fallen nails it.
Nails it, and this time without a kit, it won't matter. They'll pick up round 7. They narrowly missed out on it previously. Still, though, mistakes will be emphasized as it's only 3 rounds to go for Cloud9. We haven't seen much confetti and balloons today.
That's true. Not many diffusers coming in.
Second diffuse all game.
Yeah, you're right. Fallen keeps the dream alive there. That wasn't even the force buy from SK. Just that saved AWP, a couple of MP9s, and some upgraded pistols, meaning they're right back into this one. Cloud9, which takes back the thought of it being a small consolation prize to save the AWP, because it certainly worked. Oh yeah, for sure. That looks very good. Fallen under some rare form. It's been a rough couple of days for him, but 13 kills and 14 deaths.
I get what you meant.
I was trying to. The brain's not really working today, but keeping it together.
It's fine. The KD is important.
Yeah.
Love me some craft dinner. Fur will continue to push up by the bomb. There's no which way to look. Timing could be off. Somehow looks both directions and finds them all, including Skadoodle, beside the bomb train. Surely he was to go down and be off worse for wear in that situation, but somehow is the victor. It's down to just Rush, who will at least get a bomb plant in for Cloud9. He's going to try and do better, in fact, grabbing the AK, still sitting on the bomb train, but fully blinded up. That'll let them get closer before he can peek for information, and they're playing a buddy system on the left side at the very least. And Fallen holds the angle with the AWP, starting to perhaps arrive in Malmö.
Just a note as well, Fur just typed in smoke bug, Tarek. So that's the smoke bug where it's CSGO for some reason, we still have that thing. Where like an HE grenade lands in a smoke. You can see everything through it. Like it's been there since Source. We've had that bug. And it doesn't really make any sense. But it's nice to know, good sportsmanship, just saying.
It's a feature, not a bug. Yeah, to let him know at least.
Yeah, it's like in table tennis, right? When you hit the net and it goes over, just about like dribbles over, you're just like, yeah, sorry about that. It happens.
I'm never sorry about that.
Yeah, you just take the 3 points.
Yeah,
like, yep,
thanks very much. Yeah, I threw that in on purpose. Exploit.
13-8.
It's like the people in, just to go back to COD days, people who intentionally toggle ambient occlusion to see through smoke when it was supposed to be banned, and you were supposed to submit demos to prove that you weren't using it, but they just toggle it on and off real fast.
Just to get a bit of insight.
Yeah, the other one was using the print screen key would lag your character, so you just teleport. Yeah, great game that was. Yeah, may or may not have done that one. Nah, actually, I don't think I ever did it in an actual match. Did it in a scrim a few times.
Well, Cloud9, Deagles, no armor, no nades, and SK Gaming starting their campaign to get back on track here on the train map. Couple of kills coming in. It should be quite a clean sweep for SK. 3 kills now, nothing really to report. Cloud9 didn't have any nades to work with here. There it is, 5 players surviving. Money starting to get established now. SK aren't done here just yet. After going down 3-0, it was the saved AWP from Fallen that got them right back into it. Open now for Skadoodle. As we have a look at the money, starting to get it back in a decent position for Cloud9. 4 AKs. Stewie without any nades whatsoever, but he has got that AK. Is very aggressive and assertive on the T side of train. We'll see what he can bring to the table here. Incendiary used by SK just to block out any sort of outside rush, which Cloud9 are definitely known for. And Phelps, now he's starting to find some form towards that pop dog area. Takes out an automatic in a very quick attempt to find the first frag.
Bottom pop for Phelps. Flash from Tarek. Tries to go early to turn Phelps, but he waits for it. He stares directly into it and reads exactly what Tarek wants to do. As SK looking a little more like what we might expect in the previous few rounds. Flash on Fallen does mean he has to back off, but Fur's there to support, thankfully, as Fallen had nowhere to go but into the grave and stays alive long enough to be the Grim Reaper of Death to take down Skadoodle instead. As Rush will sit back behind box with bomb, but really not much he'll be able to do with it. A minute to work with. Might pick up 1 kill, not even go that far. Fur's able to collect that as well.
Double digits now for SK. Looking much better, starting to get fired up. Oops, having a discussion there with Fallen. What's the next play? Has to be a timeout though for Cloud9 as they'll work out. Do they decide to buy into this one? I doubt it, considering they have about 3k per player. They got 4th stage loss bonus though. They can probably afford a partial buy here, Matt. Go for some Tech 9s or CZs and work out if they want to go for the smoke execution and try and get the bomb down there. Deagles coming out. Automatic and Stewie known to be very good with the Deagles. So normally in these rounds, objective get the bomb down. And if that does happen, you go from there. It was a lot more prevalent once the Tech 9 was at its very best. The run and gun 24 bullet pistol machine gun. But I'm not sure we'll see much of that anymore, considering the Tech 9 seems to be going out of fashion somewhat. Doesn't really seem like much of a partial by either. Cloud9 just getting the Deagles out. Stewie with some body armor, but no nades to work with here. So another comfortable round for SK, presumably.
Taco still holding the upper line. Automatic doing what he can with a Deagle to try and open up space. The yard. Shoulder peek. Does bait Taco, and what a shot when he goes back, Tarek. It's about as well as you could use a Deagle, or at least hope to, and they're going to swarm onto Fur, who can only spray down 2. Can't transfer it back to get Rush, who allows a bomb plant for Cloud9, so very good start to the round with the pistols. Money accomplished at the very least for the next round. And Tarek, what an opening as Phelps goes high on the red train. Yellow is already occupied as well by his teammates as they look down the lane. It's Phelps to get 2 from that position, but automatic on the flank. Will they expect it? Will the Deagle find more? Phelps just sees his shoulder peeking.
Yeah, if he hits that first shot, maybe there's a chance of some fireworks there. But Tarek, he already did the hard work there, Matt. That opening frag sounded stellar. I didn't quite catch it, but
it was quite good.
They're saying nice shot, Tarek, and having a bit of fun with it as well.
Yeah. Might have been some more adjectives and vocabulary. Keller, yeah. Look at this. Shoulder, baits the op shot.
Yeah, look at it.
Baits the op shot and then drops him hot. I'm not ready. I'll get nothing in here. He'll freestyle. He's better at it. My rap god days are behind me, Henry.
Yeah, long gone.
Washed up white kid now.
Yep. Casting Natural Selection 2 next month.
Yes. I'm excited for that. Don't spoil it, though. It's not officially announced.
Oh, sorry. Well, back to the game. Double orb set up once again. Fallen and Taco. The inside bomb site, certainly the weakness it seems for the Brazilian side, but this time Taco more aggressive with the AWP, not holding that upper ramp position. You can see him actually actively hunting for that first frag. He has got backup as well from coldzera. Nice little duo. He's got the incendiary out. Just so as soon as Taco takes the shot, he drops that incendiary, buys us some time to reposition. Ivy is where we're focusing right now for the Cloud9 side. A very default round from them. See tagging off there, so he fell back. The Incendiary got deployed, so baited utility there for Escape.
I'll take that with the side of into that those jokes apply. Fallen looking back toward Ivy, nearly gets away from Stewie, but didn't really have much ground to work with considering it was the second man he found and not the entry. So we'll make amends for it though as he takes down Tarek, continuing to hold for Pop Dog. Two players, in fact, they've already rotated over with Phelps in the same position. They've backed off the A side in the internals, but still will push back the T's, and Cloud9's gonna have to rotate around. It's now, after winning the opening 4 of the half, been 6 in a row for SK Gaming, and that brings them within 1. We're on a 13-12 game, and the CT side is starting to look as it used to for SK, of what we more expect from this team.
Yeah, I haven't really been impressed with the T side of Cloud9 so far. It's definitely the hardest side to get together as a new squad. CT, the kind of play positions you're comfortable with, rely on individual skill, as Pim touched on as well. It's down to the aim, really, and having good rotations and trying to find opening picks. T side on train, very difficult to master. Need the executions, the solid defaults, and knowing how to read the CT side. Cloud9 haven't really brought much to the table in terms of tactical prowess yet. They won the pistol, remember. Got 3-0. Since then, hasn't really looked too exciting for them. 13-12.
4-0, in fact. It was
That's
the
right, yeah.
saved AWP that actually broke this down and brought it back for SK.
It was that difficult first gun round for SK. Remember, they had the orb and like, no nades, no kits.
Yes. Yep. Exactly that. Taco smoked off, won't be able to find the opening shot. I take it back. He found automatic in the smoke. And you're right, Fur doesn't have to do much at all. Just sit and let them walk out. In fact, could have taken his hands completely off the keyboard and just used his mouse if he wanted to in that situation. Bomb gets planted. Taco is holding the left side of the bomb train. He's flashed off it, but no one will move out, so he can still be confident to tell his teammates they've got to be on the right. They've got to have gone back toward the brown halls, in which coldzera is trying to occupy in the flank. He should be well-timed in position. Skadoodle spots Fallen, a better shot back in return, and this is exactly when Cold strikes. They'll get the defuse. They'll tie the game 13-13.
Yeah, that inside play from Cloud9 once again. Not looking that impressive in terms of the utility usage there. A couple of basic smokes. I think what's like 2 flashbangs were used. Like, he's right in the open here, Fur, and he's not blind at all. He's got nothing really coming his way. There's no pincer from up ramp either. I guess Taco took that threat away, but it's looking a little bit too easy for the CT side in that inside area. That's where we had the main problem against North on train. A map that we didn't expect them to drop at all, but North found their weaknesses and capitalized on them with the execution plays. And now Money. Still okay for Cloud9, still of course on maximum loss bonus, getting the bomb down. You can still buy into this, but that lead has slipped away. It will indeed be 7 rounds, I beg your pardon, in a row for SK Gaming. I think so.
Well, 7 in a row, and the question becomes, Cloud9's look very lackluster on this T side. We know Tarek was apparently taking over the helm. Is this perhaps his leadership falling short? Do they switch back at this point in time, or is it just the team not clicking in at all cylinders? I'm not sure. It's going to take some growing pains for sure for Cloud9. You change 2 players, you've effectively changed the entire team. You are a whole new roster at that point. Yes, okay, you keep your core. Yes, you're still Cloud9, but speaking strategically, you are a whole new team.
We'll head towards inside once again, looking like the full set piece once more. You can see Rush, he's holding by himself, looking for any Ivy aggression, but all of his teammates, all of them, holding towards the brown halls area. I have said the inside executions have looked a little bit lackluster in my opinion, but still might have a few more tricks up their sleeve.
Taco again with the second op. On the CT side, as Fur will back off. Same setup again. They've actually been doubling up the inner bomb side a lot more frequently than Cloud9 chose to do so. Remember, it was just Stu that pretty much held it on his own for the majority of the first half. No utility at least thrown yet. Automatic. Knife in hand, you'd expect quick shoulder bait. No, take that back. It's going to be the smoke thrown out, so. Sets that down, Taco fires in. It'll be a bit of a turret until instead decides to drop flames that'll hold them off. Smoke will outlast the can of fire just ever so slightly, but it'll dissolve about 5 seconds after, and Taco knows that they're waiting for it, so nade in instead. It goes a slightly deep, but a leg shot on a Tarek does significant damage that should support Fur, and Fur is able to get 2 as a result. Knows Tarek is still inside of it as well, and as he was the one that was legged up, it's straightforward for him. He's actually going to wrap back around. He gets all but 1. It's Tarek that gets taken by Fallen. Very good hold from Fur.
Yeah, that's lovely. So good by him on top of the bomb train itself. Throwing that in for the first time, and it couldn't work any better for him. Always got such fantastic gameplay. Just as the smoke goes down once more. No real flashbangs deployed at all. He gets those first 2 frags and dancing around the bomb train. He just finds those kills. He's making them look foolish now. Cloud9 don't seem to have much at all to work with here on the T-side map. The executions just aren't thorough enough. They haven't got enough to work with there. Just very basic smokes and going together, hoping they can out-aim their opponents, but good setups and solid team play from SK, taking them down, and it'll be Fur lighting them up in that round. That was fantastic work by him. 14-13, SK take the lead for the first time in a very long time. Double orb set up for them, and I think it has to be the eco for Cloud9 now. Almost allow the SK side to find map point here. This is the best of 3. And it seemed like a Cloud9 game. It was like an open shut case.
You say it for the first time in a very long time. It's the first time since actually the pistol. The opening
That's right,
pistol.
The opening pistol, yeah.
Yeah, they were 1-0.
Sorry,
into the
still
best of
stands.
4-4. Okay, yes, you're right. Just adding some context.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm the animator to your novel.
Thank you very much.
Can't draw. And you can't write, so pretty bad book altogether. Can you write? I don't think so. Maybe.
Find out.
We'll find out. Stay tuned. Fallen, AWP. Just wants them jumping across. Cold Zero is going to put them on map point early if he has his way, because Pistols won't be able to do much against his AK. Spots them all, going in and sprays them all down as well. With headshots on every, except for one. It's Fallen that steals away. Yet another ace, by the way. Stole first, now steals Colds, but that's fine. Winning is the main name of the game, and they're 1 away from doing so in map 1. And a comeback against Cloud9 in what is a decider match that I think is probably the most heated decider match of them all when you consider the heavyweight names in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly one that looked tantalizing at the beginning of the day. Seemed like Cloud9 ran away with this one as well, but haven't had much to work with at all. I mean, is that an auto sniper I spotted? It is. All right, Taco. He's got 10 frags, feeling it now. Brings down the auto sniper. Normally when the games start to go wrong.
This is probably when Chad would call him Daco.
Daco, yeah, that's
Because it's
quite
the
good.
Dak. Oh,
okay.
Fallen. Good read. Try to flash him off the angle to give Skadoodle. There we go again. The chance to find him. He can't. Fallen. Great read. Good lineup. Knew exactly where he was aiming. So server boost consideration to see above smoke. Automatic will go back instead to grab the AWP. 2 ops, 2 AKs, at least for now. Fallen takes down Rush. They'll want to get rid of the AWP, surely, and grab back to an AK because they're going to have to attack a site with force and accuracy. But that is all for Fallen right now as he takes down Stu over toward Pop Dog. He's been given so much leverage and space in that position to, and now allow Fur to rotate a Pop Dog that he can pretty much control the entire round himself. Automatic's the last alive. This is done. SK gonna take it 16-13, although Automatic does get 2 with the AWP. Still got 3 more to find, and Fur will slide in undetected. AWP to confirm it. Good comeback from SK, and I have to say, I didn't expect it. They looked lost early on, but a string of, if I can count these, give me a second, 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds in a row to come back. That's pretty good.
Gutting for Cloud9. That could be them done now. Train, that was their pick map. And after having a huge lead as well, winning the first half 9-6 with some fantastic CT play, Tarek and Rush, they were on fire. They were carrying that side, and then winning the pistol as well in the second half, 4-0 up. It has all fell apart. It's a new squad, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, generally speaking, but this T-side tactics just weren't really there.
No.
I was expecting